Hi, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. So, today we are going to be talking about Libianca's win, her BET win. So, the news, I think this was like 2 days ago when we got the news, that breaking news: Libianca wins BET Award. Cameroonian singer Libianca has emerged winner of BET Viewers' Choice Best New International Act Award. She outmatched Asake, that's from Nigeria, Komido from Ghana, Flo from the UK, Maureen from France, MC Ryan SB from Brazil, Mbappé Cooper from South Africa, Rai from UK, and Werenwe from France. She performed at the BET Award pre-show. Congratulations to Libianca. So, yeah, I mean, this is, I'll not say this is surprising, because I don't think it's surprising, because Libianca definitely, her song has definitely gone places. So it's not surprising, but it's just good news. Hi, Ambassador.
Hello, people. It's your boy Ambassador again doing this thing.
Yeah, what do you think about Libianca's win? Is it expected? Look at all the names on the list. Would you say she deserved the win? Do you say it's expected? Are you surprised?
So I'm Cameroonian. I have to be a little bit biased. I mean, even if I say I'm not biased, but there's a default setting bias there. So it is what it is. I think she was supposed to win, though. I mean, like, People is a very strong one. And that song looks like a song that is even going to get bigger over time. Those kind of songs that, yeah, it is. That's the kind of song, like I'm saying, that song might be timeless. I'm saying might, yeah, time will tell, but it might be timeless. Because everybody can connect to it. It must not be the same details of the weed and everything, but everybody has that time when you feel like you are with people, but you're all alone. Yeah, I think that's just a summary of it. Yeah. It's at different stages, it comes in different ways, it has different reasons, but people usually have those feelings. And when you communicate such feelings with that level of precision, I think generations to come will still connect to it, even if it's for different reasons. That's one. It's a song which, yeah, it took the world by surprise. Imagine Beyonce sang a song like this, it might have really been confirmed timeless. We are the world standards. But because it's Libianca, we still have to give it time to sink in. I remember, like, there's this guy, it was named Kenan or so, who sang dun, 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 I will be, yeah.
Yeah.
When I first heard the song, it was a nice song, but I didn't think it would become as great as it became. So it did not hit like a hit at once. It was sinking in slowly that this is a hit. But that's the difference with this kind of songs. It's not a club banger which can easily, like songs which are like club bangers, the masses pick it up from the clubs, the bars, and all the public places and then spread it. But clubs, like songs like this, which I usually I call them bathroom or room time songs, it's individuals who are propagating it, like, have you heard this song? Have you heard? So it's slower to explode, but when it explodes, it really explodes. So that being said, that's just a lot of back and forth. I try to justify why, even if I'm biased, I'm still right.
You're still right with bias.
So
Yeah.
now, the only person on that list I feel a little bit is Asake. Yes. Because Asake has maybe not any, yeah, maybe this is song with Tiwa Savage was really big, huh? Maybe it does not have the song the same magnitude like people, but still he has like 3 or 4 songs that are almost there, the same magnitude like people. So somebody has that many, his tree has not been there for 10 years, but for his short run, I don't know, last 3 years about, he has had very successful songs. So, yeah. But usually I say till I'm looking at both songs and then they put me, I'll say maybe the marking guide, for lack of a better word. They put the exact criteria that was used to judge. then can I really make a strong statement as to you deserve or you don't deserve. But just from my observation, people perfectly does. But unless you give me the marking guide and the clear-cut criteria used to evaluate both songs, I cannot really say for certain. If they give Asake or if they give Libianca, I'll still be good with it either way.
Yeah, you know.
But now I guess the devil is in the detail, and till we know those details, can we?
Yeah, and Libianca, she's the first Cameroonian to win the BET, am I right?
Yeah.
It's the first Cameroonian to win BET, so that's something too. And to be honest, I'm not surprised. I'm not.
Do you think maybe it's
surprised.
affirmative action?
No, I don't think.
Okay.
I don't think. So I don't think they care that
No,
much.
because you said she's the first Cameroonian, so I thought was it a
No.
point you're trying to raise as to why she should win?
No, I don't think Cameroon is making that much buzz that they want to do something good to
Compensate or console them.
I don't think Cameroon is in that position. But I'm just saying that that's something to just take note of. That's a fact. Like, she's the first Cameroonian.
Yeah, no, of course she's the first. Yeah. And also, on the contrary, when I saw one or two Nigerians commenting and saying her success is because of Nigerians, which is partly true though. If we are being honest, I picked up this song from Nigerian blogs and Nigerian entertainment spaces before I picked it up in Cameroonian spaces. But when I picked it up, I was like, and then she's Cameroonian. I think most Cameroonian bloggers and the rest were picking up almost about the same time I was picking it up. But it first came from, surely picked up on Steam in America. Nigerians picked it up, then it somehow exploded, and then Cameroonians picked it up. I may be wrong, but that's how it got to me though. Secondly, I think somebody came and commented one time saying that in one of our videos, saying that she's having a successful career, but for the Ghanaians around her.
I remember, yeah.
And then it's after this award that I realized that her boyfriend was Ghanaian. And she did not mention him in her speech. And later on, she had to do so much now to kind of compensate and say, this is my boyfriend, he's Ghanaian, he's this, he's the light of my life, he's the darkness of my life, whatever. But yeah, so that's when that comment made sense now. I was like, So this is why this person was saying that she can be successful, but she has to cut out the Ghanaian crowd around her. I don't know exactly what's wrong with that crowd, but it looks like it's that kind of crowd. It's the crowd that is causing the second verse of her refrain, which was the weed. So, the guy with the dreadlocks, red things. He looks like that kind of guy. It's not like he's a bad person. I'm just like, he looks like a guy who is a free-spirited guy who Africans can easily judge for not very serious and maybe misleading character. So I'm just saying that I understand now that because when that person wrote like she needs to keep away, her career looks like it's going right, but she needs to keep, I was like, I don't understand. Where is Ghanaian? What? So that's when it made sense. So it means, but I think he's also her stylist and he's also her producer. Maybe.
Yeah, and it's most of the time it doesn't end well when you mix business and friendships or family. It doesn't really end well. Yeah. So anyway,
that's one. When I saw her win, that was one thing that came to mind. Secondly, I thought about the Stanley case, right? Stanley, you know. So I started thinking to myself, going back at the time when Stanley won the Mamas, we went really hard on Nigerians online, and I remember like some of my friends who are in the social media spaces and things. It was like, we have one over you guys. I think who was that? Who was it? I don't know if it's either Olamide or one of these guys. Either Olamide or one of those guys that were big at the time went on to say that it was not fair. Stanley's win. I think he won it over, two Nigerians, I cannot recall. I know Bonner was one of them. And there was one South Africa, either it's Fab or it's, I think it's Fab. And then there were two Nigerians that I can recall. But just the fact that Bonner was there. One, we went really hard on Nigerians, almost a similar, but we went even harder. This time around, Libianca's win is very, very justified. So we don't even need to no strong voice has come against that.
Mm-hmm.
But at Stanley's time, it was really tricky. Like, how can he win over Bonner?
Yeah, and
But
yeah, okay.
Cameroonians were like, no, we have won. You guys, we support you guys when you guys win your things. You don't support us. We deserve it. Even if you think he's not supposed to win, we have won it, deal with it, whatever, whatever. But now when I retrospect and I'm like, look at how these two careers have played out. Did he really win? Or maybe he won the battle but did not win the war.
Yes.
So I instead, when things like this happen, I start to pray and then really hope that our success story is going to be a real success story. I mean, you can actually see the guys like Davido, Bonner, Wizkid. At the time when Stanley won the award, it almost looked like if he was not on the same level with them, he was really close to being with them. But now it's night and day. Yeah. So I just hope like we are not going to put all of this energy behind Libianca and then 4 years down the line we have this scandal, that scandal. Stop. Let me not jinx her career. But yeah, I just hope that it's going to go in the right direction, and then because down the line now we don't even want to mention the whole mamas thing close to Nigerians again because we know what they'll tell us already. You want, so what? We got the Grammy, you got Mama, so what?
Yeah.
So they have lots of things to tell us. So.
Yeah, I know the first. I can remember one of the first times we were talking about Libianca. I was saying I think I mentioned like the whole J.K. Rowling's thing when she wrote Harry Potter and then it became really big.
Yeah.
And then the follow-up book, she was always trying to compare them to the success of Harry Potter. And if she felt like it would not meet up to Harry Potter, she felt like it was not worth writing. So I always feel like some type of way when somebody like in the I'm not saying that this is just the first. Libianca is new to the industry, but I'm saying this is one of her first or second song. Like she doesn't have a lot of songs out there yet. So,
but she has released the second one after People though.
Oh yeah, I've not heard that one.
And it's doing fairly good,
Okay.
but
Yeah.
but it's okay. It's good.
Okay. Yeah. So, but what I'm just saying is, so the fear is always like we have had the Kolela Petit story, we have had the Stanley Eno story of people who they will release their first song or their first few songs. They don't have like a lot of songs in the book, and it goes viral. And I don't know if it's the very situation of you start feeling like okay, every song people compare it to that first song, and I feel like that would be the case with Libianca. Like
but
this
I don't
her
think that's the
second
case
song.
with Stanley though.
Yeah, I know Stanley is a little bit different. I don't feel
No, so I'm not saying different like he could not do it. I'm saying like it's the same, for lack of a better word, witchcraft we have in our industry where people don't support the next generation and they think that they are for some reason, maybe the next generation also disrespects them or whatever reason it may be. But that disconnect is counterproductive to you, the big artist, and you, the upcoming artist. Upcoming artists, there are no ropes to pull. There are no ropes that you can hang on to pull yourself up. How do I call it? Solidify artists. There are no upcoming artists you could bounce your career off from. So Tiwa Savage looks like she was slowing down. Boom, she has done a song with Asake. Boom, she's doing something to Arya Star. There are those budding talents. But to have an Arya Star, there is a Don Jazzy who is pulling her up. To have an Asake, there is a Olamide who is pulling him up. So that all of these careers which if Stanley had signed somebody, I don't know, Mike Monster or somebody, put his energy, his networks, his connects behind him, Mike Monster becomes a recognized African talent. It will be easy for Stanley to just do like 3 featurings with Mike Monster to keep himself relevant. Yeah. It's not that he cannot do things like that, but yeah. So once we don't have those things, both sides lose. You, the recognized artist, soon you start losing the shine. You don't have any fresh talent to bounce off of. You, the upcoming artist, you don't have no ropes to hang on and time. So everybody keeps on fighting the mud. Everybody's fighting the mud. That's the story.
Yeah. Yeah, like it's. I think Jay-Z. Look at Jay-Z. He doesn't sing as much. He doesn't really drop songs as much. But he will
All
come
the
and
way.
feature with DJ Car, or when Kanye West was signed under him, he featured with Kanye West. Like that spirit of like, okay, I'm signing this person, taking your career to this level, and from time to time I jump on a song with you, and yeah, I see
And it's
where
the way
he
you
goes.
kind of, I don't say, I like institutionalize yourself in the industry. When I was watching Rick Ross on what's this thing, Drink Champs, and he was saying that because the Jay Z verse on this recent DJ Khaled song where we have Jay Z, Rick Ross, and Lil Wayne, is it's almost 3 times or maybe double the time for all the other rappers. And then I think what's his name? Nori was asking, and then his verse is killing. Emina is killing. So he was asking Rick Ross like, when did you hear Jay Z's verse? And he said when the song was released. So Jay Z has that kind of, and he will not want to admit it, but everybody feels a kind of way like, man, it's like they don't give the others a fair chance. Like the others send their verse, and then Jay Z comes and kills it. He has more time. Maybe, I don't know if he heard the other's verse. Jay Z will not even answer questions like that because he always just likes to keep himself ambiguous about everything. You ask him about his beef with Kanye. Kanye goes on constant, insults Jay Z's wife and everything. Jay Z will just be like, my little brother, you know, big brother and little brother always have fights. And that's what he will say. He does not go into those details. So there are some of those things where I always say it, people have attacked us in the comment section, or me in particular, saying, don't. I think even when we used to do our contrast podcast with Delibi, he was always saying like we should not rely on Stanley and Jovi, but I keep on saying it. And time will prove, time will tell. There was a certain role these two people could have played to permit the Cameroonian industry to go to the next area. People say we don't care about them. Some people want to disrespect those two characters. But if either due to their own lack of will or due to the lack of respect and connection from the upcoming artists, but either way, if these two people don't open certain doors, we are going 10 years back and always trying to rebuild foundations instead of building up walls.
Okay. So let's go back to Libianca, right? Had BET Award win. So it's like, okay, she has all this shine now, has had all these collaborations. Like I said, the win is not surprising for me because the song is like the ambassador said, it's very relatable. It's a very relatable song, and I think it's that kind of song that I also think it's that kind of song that has the potential of becoming timeless because it's a song that any generation, anybody at any stage could relate to. Yeah, feeling like people don't really understand what I'm going through. So, congrats, Libianca, and my fingers are just crossed. My fingers are crossed, and I hope her story is going to be different from the other people who have had like viral success.
As usual, I like to throw out advice out there, right? One, she should get a tight management. I don't know what her management is now, but whatever management she has, it can be much better. I will assume that okay, when you just blow up, you're just managing whatever structure you had. But now with the resources at your disposal, try to get a proper structured management team. Yeah, that's one of the things that will guarantee your, should I call it, longevity of service or your durability of the same. Secondly, I think she should try to connect, try to build structures. Although I feel like she's still young, like in the next 2 to 5 years, that's what I'll be expecting from her. But now she should try to first solidify her brand. As soon as her brand is going to become solid very fast. Because the kind of names I see her already collaborating with and trying to link up with her, if she does not have any attitude problem or her management is not really messing up things,
yes,
with the kind of names she's already associated with, she should have a solid brand the next 2 years about. As soon as she has a solid brand, she tries to build structures where now you can be that artist who, I mean, like for Salatiel to be on a song with Beyonce was almost like a miracle. Out of nowhere, the dove just fell from heaven and boom, he had the song. We don't have any direct connects in Africa like we can say, call this man, he can call PDD and PDD will pick up the phone right now. I don't know if we have any connects like that in the Cameroonian music industry. I think the Nigerians have those kind of connects, where they can make direct calls into the American music scene and calls will be answered. So I think Libianca, given that she has this Cameroonian American established roots, she can build on that and then really do something for Africa, and most especially for Cameroon, because I feel, Cameroon lost its musical plot like for the last 15 years. From Makossa and the rest, we are not really recognized as the musical giants we should have been. They always refer to us in history, like when they had their Makossa, when they had their. But in the last 15 years, we have not really established our position in the music game like we ought to have. And I think it's due to that disconnect of generations. Generations don't connect. So we keep on building foundations and never raising up walls. So that's just some 2 words I'll throw out to Libianca. 1, sort out your brand, your management team. 2, as soon as you've sorted out those 2 things, try to put some structures which you can build upon, no longer looking at just yourself, but now empowering other African artists, especially Cameroonian artists. And of them, you can also be relevant like for the next 50 years, rather than just focusing on yourself, which guaranteed, give and take, you might just have 5 to 10 years to be relevant.
Yeah. Okay, so before we go, let's talk about our sponsors, Echo.online.
As usual, I keep on emphasizing about the sponsors, Echo.online. I think I've spoken a lot about it, and but I'll keep on saying it because, like as I said, when you have the good news, try to share it with people. It's almost like it's a sin if you don't share the good news with people. So once I've seen something which I think there's something in it, I'll share with you guys. Now it's left to you to click or not click. So what's Echo.online? Echo.online is a music platform, website, and app which is here to democratize the music playing field for African artists, especially. And what are the advantages of Echo.online? 1, it's adapted to our payment methods. What do I mean by this? It's adapted to our payment methods in the sense that rather than using credit cards and the rest, you could use things like mobile money and all the other local payment methods in Cameroon and in Africa as a whole, because most of the time our artists are on Tidal, iTunes, where the payment methods, you need credit cards, but 80% of your fan base don't have credit cards. So you're already alienating 80%. The other 20% is the diaspora. Even when they buy, for you to get the money into your account, you have to get somebody who's out there to transfer the funds to you and all of that, those challenges. But with Echo.online, 1, you could sell directly to your core fan base, which is Cameroon, and the payment methods adapted to Africa, Cameroon. And 2, you could get the money directly into your phone. We usually say with Echo.online, the power is in your hand. We literally mean the power is in your hand, because with this app, you could sell your music directly, and then you could get your money directly to your hand, and hence to impact your career and then grow organically. Also, when I say the power is in your hand, it's simple. Just sign up to Echo.online, create a profile, share the link to your profile, and encourage your fans on all your social media handles to come and like and follow you on Echo.online, because that way when you release your songs, all your fans are going to have a message, which is not just like hoping that they buy. It is almost a push factor to it, like they receive notification on all the activities you carry out. Hence, it's easier for them to support you by either buying tickets for some event you're organizing or buying your music or something like that. So it is actually, the power is in your hand, because you could get directly into your fans. You could build that community. Let's say if you have 5,000 fans, what are the 5,000 followers? What are the odds that when you release your song, and all of these 5,000 people get a notification that you have released your song? At least maybe 10% of these 5,000 is going to buy. So even if you're selling a song at 1,000 francs and then 500 people buy your song, that's 500,000 francs. That's a significant amount of money which could impact an upcoming artist's career. With that, you could reinvest, record more songs, shoot better videos, build a bigger fan base. Now maybe move to 10,000 followers, and then share your song with these 10,000 followers. Hopefully 1,000 is going to buy your songs, maybe still 1,000 francs, and then you have 1 million francs. And I don't know if you're getting the drift on how you actually grow organically by just building your followers and then being able to monetize your art. We say we help you to monetize your art. And when we say we are here to democratize the playing field, it's almost like some of the advantages which those top artists in Africa have by having a label, the ability to distribute, build communities, sell their songs, organize events, sell merchandise, all of those structures, just with this particular app, you do all of these things. So it's almost like you sign yourself to your own level by just creating your profile on Echo.online. So there are lots of things which are already functional on Echo.online. A lot of things are under construction. I'm close enough with the team to know that all of the things I'm mentioning here are either fully functional or they're under construction. And in the next few months, you're going to be seeing these things. And I always remind people, those who jumped on YouTube on the early days of YouTube became millionaires because one, the YouTube team adapted their services to meet their needs. And secondly, the huge endorsement deals that came to YouTube or came to those who were actively creating content on YouTube, the benefit of it before the playing field became crowded and bigger names came on board. So guys, sign up on Echo.online, they share your success story with us, and then definitely we are going to pick up songs, push things which we see on Echo.online because we're trying to build the African, should I call it, ecosystem. And we can only build our own things by creating our own things and supporting our own things. So guys, jump on Echo.online and share the success story with Super Ambassador.
Okay, guys, thank you very much for tuning into this episode of Just My Opinion podcast. Once again, congratulations to Libianca on her BET win. Thank you,
Libianca,
guys.
put your songs on Echo.online. It will help us to be able to support you.
Exactly. So, thank you for watching. Thumbs up to this video. Subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification button. We are seeing all your comments, and we are very grateful you're interacting with us. As I always say, I'm just sharing my opinion, the ambassador is sharing his opinion, and we want to know what your opinion is in the comments below. So
don't come and insult in our comment section. Those are not opinions. I know that was your opinion about our comments. It's not your opinion about our opinion. Just give your own opinion.
Your own opinion.
Soon I'll start calling people's names here. You will if you want.
I actually saw I think this was we did a video about 80-20 thing where we're reacting to the interview on DW 77%. I saw some comments below where people were like really going at you, and I was like, okay, some of these comments they are valid points which we need to react to on this podcast. So maybe we might even have that kind of episode where we just pick certain comments and react to on this podcast. So please leave your comments.
And anyway, because when let's say on a podcast and people go in the comment section, they don't expect you to respond. But I just hope that the same vigor with which they are coming at our comments or our opinion with, if we go back with the same intensity, they'll be able to handle it.
Yeah. Either ways, thank you guys for commenting. Thank you for interacting with the video. It really helps us. It tells YouTube this is a good video, put it out to other people. So thank you.
Yep.
Thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and see you guys next time. Bye, guys.